Good morning, Dr. Law and guests from various companies. We are Group 2A. Today we will talk about e-gaming and live streaming sites. Twitch is the focus of our project. It provides a platform for e-gaming fans to play live streaming, post and share comments related to e-gaming. The aim of our project is to analyze the e-gaming discussion in Twitch and give some promotion suggestions to the company. We will carry our work according to the objectives. We will first grab chat information through Twitch API, then clean the data and design the database. After that, we will use regression analysis and classification analysis on the streamers, and then visualize the data. Finally, we will give our suggestions. Next is the demo of REST scraping.
For the project, we wrote a command line tool to make the whole process as automatic and intelligent as possible. You can download it from this GitHub repository. And the name Twitch channel is the abbreviation of Twitch Analytics. You are welcome to contribute to this report too. Before you start to use this command line tool, remember you have to generate a token for the Twitch API. The whole tutorial can be found in this Markdown file. Now, let me show you how to use this tool. First of all, type Twitch channel help to see what can we do by using this tool. It supports 3 commands. The first one, collect, is used for data collections. And the second one, process, is used to process data and do data visualization. The third one, save user, is to save your user ID and secret key in a secret YAML file. Since I have already saved my user ID and secret key, now I will skip this part and use Twitch channel collect to collect data. The N and S is the options you can write as you desired. You see, here now we are collecting data. After the data have been collected, now we can use Twitch channel process to processing the data. It will create a web page. And we can go to this web page to have a look. You see, the data have been processed and the figures are shown in this web page. These are all about our tool. If you are interested in it, feel free to contact us. Also, you can find more details in this GitHub repo. Thank you.
In order to understand and explore the reasons behind popular streamers, we use Twitch crawler to scrap data selected from Twitch API list. After primary data cleansing, the dataset contains 1,000 streamers with several things including peak views, follower gain, watch time, stream time, etc. We found that Twitch, however, has a massive spread of channel size, from thousands falling to millions. The streamer language differs drastically, proving that e-gaming is gaining popularity worldwide. So as to the followers gained during this period, a channel could realize from nobody to a big voice to be heard. And the word cloud confirms our vision inspection that English no doubt has the largest streamers and audience. It is worth noting that Russian, French, Spanish also has many gamers as well. Seen from the followers distribution by language graph, Portuguese gamers have a good expansion momentum concerning its rapid follower growth. We then analyzed the viewer distribution by language. The English streamers has biggest variance and the most outliers due to their large population. We even found an interesting phenomenon that though Poland is not a big country, their citizens has rather stable and strong support to those streamers, which could be the next consideration of business expansions. So comes the question, do the size of a channel, the language, or other indicators like stream or watch time change the probability of streamer growth? After seeing the normalized result of watch time and stream time versus streamer's rank, it seems no correlation concerning stream time. The regression model proved that there is a small negative correlation. This isn't particularly surprising as a small channel will have less exposure, which will decrease the chance of a viewer finding the channel. So next will be my classmate He Yinlin to introduce a more comprehensive regression analysis.
Okay, now we would like to investigate the potential factors that make streams become popular. Our analysis method is mainly through multiple linear regression. Let's take a look into the multiple linear regression model. First thing we should do is to clarify the predictor and response variables. Based on the crowd data from Twitch, we decide use the number of followers as the index of popularity and let it be the response variable. For the predictor variables, we have three. They are maturity of the streamer, total streaming time in minutes, and language used when streaming. Intuitively, we may have some guess. For example, its longer streaming time is more likely to gain popularity. Also, English as a widely used international language, the stream in English has more advantage than others. With this assumption, we will employ the statistical method to test it. Before modeling, data should be processed to have an effective model. The original streaming time variable is numeric. We are not going to specify each numerical streaming time. What we are doing here is to use the average among streamers as cutoff point and label the streaming time smaller than the average as less frequent and those more than average as frequent. In this way, we convert the numeric variable to binary categorical variable. For the language variable, we make all other languages except English as others, which help us to focus on the effect of English better. Now we have three predictor variables. All of them are binary categorical variables. And our response variable, as mentioned before, is the number of followers. Now, with the well-processed data, we can do the multiple linear regression modeling through Python. And here it shows the main code to feed the model. Here is the results. P-values for all three coefficients are much more smaller than the significant level, and now we are confident to say that all our predictor variables can affect the popularity of streamers. Specifically, streaming in English gains more popularity than in other language, which is consistent to our assumption. Longer streaming times lead to more popularity, and the mature streamers are more popular than those who is not matured. In addition to the multiple linear regression, we also do some machine learning classification with the same variable used. The only difference is that we convert the response variable into binary categorical variable for decision usage. Basically, we divide the dataset into training set and test set. A decision tree is built based on the training data, then each test sample will be given a predicted output. The test accuracy is up to 76.4%, which is a decent number. Next, my classmate Lu Shen will demonstrate the visualization of gaming analysis.
After you have learned some machine learning model for the streamer, next I will show you some fancy graphs to demonstrate how we visualize the top games. But first of all, I will split my slides into several questions to let you consider. The first one, what are the top games in Twitch? This question can be answered easily by Twitch API, since there exists a direct calling by it. In our project, since my groupmates wrote a small app on scraping this top game data and related statistics, such as current live viewer, number of channels playing particular game, so as a result, we can directly read the top of game from this table. These games are including Fortnite, League of Legends, and etc. Once we realize this top game shown above, we may consider why they are so popular today. We would like to dig in more information of the type of game of these top games. After using the visualization tool to plot a bar chart for the top games, it is very obvious to see open world and survival games constitute a lot of proportion. Because these games are most popular, as you can see, there are a bunch of people playing Fortnite every day.
So I think the survival games account for a tremendous proportion of the game market as well. The other large portion are the games such as Call of Duty and World of War. These games are typically the old games carrying a lot of old players. As a result, this type of game can either have hot game category or old games which have a variety of old players. If you would like to see how many viewers for daily change, we also provide a live chart to dynamically display the trend of changing for these top games. As you can see on the chart, on the very top there are two games in specific, League of Legends and Assassin's Creed. The reason why these two games are so popular during the November is that the World of Series of League of Legends is playing in Shanghai, which may attract a lot of players to streaming on it. However, for the Assassin's Creed, since it is a new released game in the whole Assassin's Creed series, therefore you can see a decreased trend for the Assassin's Creed at the end of time. Next, in our project, we also want to figure out which games are popular in which region. So we choose FIFA 21 and League of Legends as our two popular games for our experiments. Then from data we crawling, we analyze all the information of players for these two games. Then we extract the language information and map it to the region. For example, if a player is using Spanish on streaming to play FIFA, then we add an account on the map. After adding all the players, we will have our global map above. As a result, it is very easy to observe that there are more Asian players to play League of Legends and more European players to play FIFA. So we can have some knowledge to decide which game is popular in which region.
Now let's draw a brief conclusion. The language used the most in Twitch is English, and we notice that Portuguese usage has a rise chain. Streaming live, language, and maturity are important considerations for audience towards a channel. The top 5 games and top 5 tags are listed in the slides, such as League of Legends and Action respectively. In the end, we can give some suggestions for the companies. According to the research results, Poland should be a major consideration in future promotion activities. For League of Legends, they need to pay attention to the market in Asia, while for some sports games, they will be more attractive in North America and Europe. That's all for our presentation. Thank you for listening.